So here it is finished in all its glory. So what we've done is get it up to scratch. The tuners, took all those off, tightened them all up, put them back on again. Check the nut, cleared the nut out, anything just ran through with the right size nut file, just to make sure everything was tickety-boo there. A little bit of graphite in there. Straighten the neck, level the frets, recrown the frets, oil the neck, restrung it, raised the pickups, did the intonation, put a new scratch plate on it in white pearl as requested, and the knobs have been replaced by witches' hats, which were the original ones. Somebody's replaced them with some sort of speed knob, but either these were metric and the other, I can never remember which way around it is, but these were metric and they should have been imperial the other way around. So these fit great, they're lovely. And the original problem with the humming and the no sound was the jack socket, so that's been replaced. I gave it a little sort of teacup, basically, just a little bit of compound, just the mildest compound I had, and then a couple of coats of polish, and it's looking really, really nice. So overall, it sounds pretty Les Paul-y. The neck's a little bit tricksy, so you can't get the action as low as I can't get the action as low as I would choose to have it, even after having leveled the frets. I would hope to get it a little bit lower, but there are a number of things that prevent that. For example, the bridge is perhaps not quite the right radius for the neck, which puts these middle two strings a little bit closer to the fretboard than you would want them. You know, they should be raised a little bit. So possibly a new bridge would deal with that. I think that would probably improve things. You could probably then drop the action down a little bit more. But I think also the truss rod is at the end of it, so I don't want to tighten it up anymore. And the neck isn't as straight as I would choose to have it. There's a little bit more relief on there than I would sort of normally choose to have, which I think would also help the situation. But the neck, and I suspect that, I mean, the guitar was built in around, I say 1977, so I suspect that people weren't building necks to do the things that people are hoping necks are going to do these days. It's kind of pre-shredding, isn't it? It's, you know, everybody wants to, but it's, you know, I mean, you could do this on this guitar, but it'd tire you out after a little while, I think. It's kind of would be absolutely brilliant for a sort of classic rock type thing. I'd imagine that there's nothing wrong with this neck. I suspect if you bought another one, it'd probably be the same. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's just how it was designed sort of back in the day. People didn't expect low action, but that said, it's very, very Les Paul-y for a fraction of the money. It's even got the sort of Les Paul, whatever you'd call that on the headstock, really, the mother of pearl, whatever that might be. Exactly the same. So it looks very Les Paul-y. I mean, it differs from the Les Paul insofar as it's got a bolt-on neck, but it does sound quite Les Paul-esque, and it feels quite Les Paul. There's slightly shorter scale length than a Strat or any of the Fender guitars. And I'll admit, I'm not a huge fan of Les Pauls, but to me, this has actually got quite a lot of charm. I really quite like it. And if you were doing a sort of classic rock type thing, that sort of thing, I think this would be a pretty good guitar to do that with. Yeah, I like it. I really like it. It's pretty nice. It's grown on me. Didn't expect to love it, but you know, I'll be sorry when it goes and I can't play it anymore, which will be fairly soon. Talking about playing it, let's do a sound check.